Hello, this is Bryant Myers, author of PEMF, The Fifth Element of Health. And I'm really excited about this video because I want to share with you what I feel is the most important principle in all of energy medicine. And that is copy and comprehend nature. This is what Victor Schauberger said a long time ago, that if we're going to make a device or a water machine or any type of PEMF device or energy medicine device, we want to deeply look into nature and understand the energies that are there and realize that these are the energies we've evolved with for millions of years, and these are the frequencies and intensities that our bodies need. So I always encourage people to reconnect to nature, move out to the country, like you see right behind me, the Braden River, and this is my big, very big yard that I spend a lot of time walking barefoot and as much time outside as I can, because most people that live in a city or spend too much time indoors, they're just disconnected from nature, and that leads to dis-ease. Disconnection equals dis-ease. So health is really elementary, as I say. It's reconnecting to the elements of health: food, water, natural light, oxygen, natural energies of the earth, and gravity. So in this video, I want to talk about the subtle energies of nature that are essential. People don't realize that they're essential. We all know that we need food, water, and oxygen, but not many people realize that we need the magnetic field of the earth, the Schumann resonances, the electric field of the earth, the telluric currents, and then natural sunlight. You can see I'm here out in the sun because I want to film this video to sort of have a background of nature's elements. You know, the grass, the water behind me, the sunlight, the fresh air. I'm surrounded by trees here. So, you know, health is really a lot simpler than people make it out to be. And there's so many people selling all these complicated devices that have all these high frequencies and unnatural man-made energies. And this is not what our bodies need, because our body is hardwired with like little cellular antenna and all kinds of things like magnetite and all kinds of amplification channels to tune into nature's energies and amplify them. And we actually can harness energy from nature. So let's look at the four main types of subtle energies on planet Earth. And they really come from the four types of energies from Maxwell's equations, from electrodynamics. You have the electric field, electric currents, magnetic fields, and electromagnetic waves. And these are all four very qualitatively different forms of energy. They have very different force equations, they have different properties, and even though they are all connected, they are very different. And this is one of the main confusions in energy medicine, is people mix frequencies for one with frequencies of the other, and they're not distinguishing between one type of energy and another. So let's go through them. So with electric fields, you know, on planet Earth, let's start with what the Earth is giving us. There's a fair weather electric field of around 300 or 100 to 300 volts per meter. And this electric field is modulated with the Schumann resonances. Again, it's measurable. So it's a low frequency and low intensity. Keep that in mind. We're going to keep coming back to this. Nature is giving us primarily low frequency, low intensity. Now when we come to the telluric currents, or the natural microcurrents of the earth, because the ground of the earth is a conductor, and the ground forms part of the global circuit. So these telluric currents are, again, very low amperage. They're very, very small amplitudes, and again, modulated to earth frequencies, low frequency microcurrents in the earth. Again, this has been proven. And then you have the magnetic fields of the earth, the Schumann resonance and the geomagnetic fields. So the geomagnetic field is the typical magnetic field that in textbooks they show as a big bar magnet. It's not static though. Under a compass needle does waver when you look at it under close magnification. But the frequencies of the main field that comes from the core of the earth are very low frequency. And then the Schumann resonances come from the ionosphere to the surface of the earth, and they're a result of lightning, like around 7 million or so lightning strikes a day kind of ring the ionosphere to this frequency fundamental note of 7.83, and then the higher harmonics of 14.2, 21, 35, up to 46 or 47 or so, and then it drops off after that. So now let's go through some of the energy medicine devices that relate to these different types of energy so that you can kind of see the difference. And again, if we're going to use energy medicine, we want devices that are going to be mimicking the natural energies of nature. So with pure electric fields, there's not many pure electric field energy medicine devices. And that would be like a Van der Graaf generator. Remember back in high school or college where you put your hands on this big ball and everybody's hair stands on end? Well, that's a pure electric field device. Now, negative ion generators and certain negative ion type of like salt lamps, that gives you some like negative ions. Now with the microcurrents and electric currents, In energy medicine, you have all kinds of microcurrent therapies, TENS units, E-stim, FSM, scanars, zappers, all kinds of things that you're holding on to and you can feel a little current in your hands, or like electrodes that are connected to your body that are administering electricity into the body. And in my opinion, the best form of microcurrent therapy is just walking barefoot. If you are going to use a microcurrent device, do something like FSM that uses very low intensity and just frequency specific. Because TENS units, they're just too high of an amplitude. In my opinion, PEMF therapy, I call it 3D microcurrent because it's inducing microcurrents all the way through your body in 3 dimensions instead of electrodes. Now with magnetic fields, of course, we have magnetic field therapy devices like magnetic mattress pads and knee braces and all kinds of magnetic static magnet products. But as the Eastern Europeans showed in the late 70s, early 80s, PEMF, or changing magnetic fields, just worked better to induce healing and regeneration. So the PEMF devices are, I think, the best of all of energy medicine because magnetic fields are unique in that they can't be blocked or slowed down, meaning electric fields, electric currents, and even light, as we'll see, does get blocked by the body or attenuated or reduced. Magnetic fields just go right on through you like nothing's there. It's very important when we look out into nature that nature uses very low frequency, low intensity magnetic fields. So we want to look for a PEMF device that works within these earth-based ranges of low frequency and low amplitude. And as I've said elsewhere in some videos, the ICNARP, the WHO, the DIN, and many other governing agencies basically have proven that high intensity, high frequency type of devices and or a PEMF are not healthy and not safe. So the last category, which you won't spend too much time in, but that's electromagnetic waves. And I've done some videos where I talk about light therapy in my energy medicine course, but essentially we do need light. It's like a vitamin, multivitamin. The different frequencies of light are essential nutrients for the body. So from the sun, we're primarily getting 3 bands of frequencies, the infrared, visible, and UV. So with infrared, we actually need infrared like infrared saunas. The Earth is always re-radiating infrared. And Dr. Jerry Pollack at University of Washington showed that infrared actually can recharge the water into a 4th phase called easy water. So it's very interesting. Our body can harness all these energies and convert them to energy. Same thing with visible light. Dr. Herrera has showed that we like plants, we can photosynthesize with melanin and hemoglobin is very similar to chlorophyll. So we need full spectrum light for energy, for health, and it also recalibrates our circadian rhythm. So we want full spectrum light in the day and then of course low blue light and low full spectrum at night. So we also need UV light, as much research has shown, for creating vitamin D. It's also antibacterial, antifungal, has immune system enhancing properties, etc., etc. So don't think that sunlight is bad for you. Actually, I tell people heliotherapy is one of the best forms of light therapy. And when it comes to energy medicine devices, you have things like red light therapy, color therapy, of course infrared saunas, as I mentioned. So in conclusion, because most of us are disconnected from nature, it is very helpful to supplement with energy medicine devices that are inspired by nature. So use that as a guiding light before even research studies, so-called experts' opinions, because think about it, we have been deeply coupled, deeply entangled. We're open systems to nature. The elements of nature have been nourishing us and sustaining us for millions of years of life on Earth. So it just, to me, has been one of the guiding lights for my understanding in all of energy medicine, and I have yet to find anybody to contradict this idea. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. I have many more videos coming. Leave some comments. I'd like to know what you think, and tell me if there's any other videos that you'd like to see in the realm of PEMF therapy. So thanks again and have a great rest of your day.